Hello, my name is Olivia Kong, and today I'm gonna discuss the real reason why each character in Sweet Home turns into a monster and what they share in common. Before we start, there may be some spoilers in this video, so make sure you guys check out the series on Netflix. And if you guys did, stay tuned. So now let's make a checklist of characters who have turned into monsters or characters who show symptoms of monsterization. So the first character is Ta Hyun-soo, one of our main characters, a traumatized suicidal high school dropout who was heavily bullied at school and whose family died in a car accident. Next, we have Eun-hyuk, a medical student and Eun-hyuk's older brother. He's the brain and the leader of the building survivors. And then we have Kim-sok-hyun, a grocery store owner who is often abusive towards his wife, and An Sun-young, Sok-hyun's wife. And next we have Myung-sook, a mother who lost her child when the stroller rolled away from her, causing a truck to collide on it. And then there's the security guard, the South Korean president, and then we have Han Do-sik, a veteran who has a special skill of crafting various tools and weapons. Also, there's an alcoholic who loathes his manager, that's Jisoo, encounters, who turns into the blind monster. What do you think these characters share in common that turn them into monsters but not the other survivors? I'm sure there's at least one reason that they share in common, and I think if there's one that I have to pick, then I would say is Han, a concept that almost can't be translated into English, which is also known as the Korean rage. It's the idea that some injustice has been done to oneself, which causes an internalized feeling of deep sorrow, resentment, regret, and anger, and eventually the desire to resolve such injustice. In this series, one's monster form manifests his or her foremost inner desire. Now let's analyze each of the characters to see how the concept of Han manifests in each of them. Ta Hyun-soo, our main character, at the beginning of the series, he's in extreme distress and resentment of the situation that he's in. He's heavily bullied and beaten up by the rich students at school. What's worse is that his family members died in a car accident, leaving his anger unresolved and built up to a deeper state of outrage. That's why he has quickly developed the symptoms. In the last episode, after being triggered, he turned into a monster with this spiky wing, which represents his foremost desire of self-defense and to escape his situation. And Eun-hyuk, are you surprised that he's included on the list? You have seen him in his human form in the entire season until the very last moments of the last episode, where he shows the symptom of heavy nose bleeding. But why? Is there a specific reason that he's resenting? And what's his desire? It's not yet revealed in the series, but according to the webtoon, the desire of preventing Hyun-soo and other monsters attacking other humans and his loved one is what turned him into a monster. Now, I don't want to discuss further into what kind of monster that he would transform into, because that's really up to the screenwriters of this series for the next season. And talking about this kind of makes me hope that the series would dig deeper into the backstories of each character so that the audience can empathize or at least understand their motives a little bit better. And now let's go back to our characters' analysis. We have Kim Sok-hyun, the grocery store owner. He's a selfish, narcissistic Bunde, who always thinks that his opinions are more superior than others. Not only that, but he's very abusive to his wife and wants absolute control over her. And the moment when he first showed his symptom was when he's in a rage because others don't listen to his opinion to force Hyun-soo out of the building. This man's inner desire, I think, is to have total respect from others. Although later he shows some remorse when he's in the progress of monsterization. His psychological progress was not clearly depicted in the series. And his wife, An Sun-young, who has been abused for 30 years, would of course be in great despair. I mean, that's quite understandable, right? She shows some symptoms after she killed her husband in his monster form. And then we have the security guard. The nature of his job is quite lonely and stressful, and he sure has suffered a lot from the cruel pranks, the complaints, and the emotional abuse from the tenants of the greenhouse. His desire is to seek revenge to the residents of the apartment greenhouse. Other than harmful and dangerous monsters, there are those who turn into harmless and passive ones, such as Myung-sook, the woman who lost her child due to a tragic accident. It's pretty clear that her only desire is to have her child back. So eventually, she turned into a fetus in a womb. Oh, and there's Han Du-sik. He did show the symptom of heavy nose bleeding in episode 9 or 10, but he sacrificed himself before he turns into a monster by hugging and showing some affection to Hyun-soo when Hyun-soo is in a rage and turning into a monster. The main reason why he's infected might have been his desire to be with his family and his regret of losing his legs while rescuing the children. Okay, that's it for today. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Your support means a lot to me, and it allows me to continue doing what I love. And I also have another YouTube channel where I'll be posting my short film projects as well as filmmaking tips. I'll leave the link down below in the description box. See you guys later. Bye. 안녕.